You know a secret? I actually got up an hour ago and started my day, then I got back into bed to reenact it all for the camera. So this is all fake. What you're seeing here is acting. And scene. Alright, so now that you know that I'm a liar and a fake, welcome back to the Bliss Bean. Welcome to my simple, productive college student morning routine. I normally wake up at about 6:30 a.m. I would say it ranges anywhere from like 6 to 7:30, depending on when I went to bed or what I need to do that day. And I am not a jump out of bed immediately kind of person. I need to set at least 3 alarms to make sure that I actually get out of bed. And my alarm ringtones are always Odessa songs. I literally purchased 2 of their albums just for this purpose. I think I'm still traumatized from using the default Apple sounds in high school, so these are just a much less jarring way to start the day. The first thing I do is I go and fill up my water bottle. I have a Brita filter attached to my faucet, so on-demand filtered water any time of day. This video is not sponsored by Brita, I've just very much been enjoying using it. Ideally, I want to drink 1 bottle of water before breakfast, so gotta get started on that right away. It is the end of October right now, so the temperatures in Spain are getting nice and crisp, so I like to leave the window open just to cool down the apartment a bit before it starts getting warmer during the day. I put my contacts in and then I grab my AirPods and find some music to listen to. So currently in this household, we are listening to Midnights by Taylor Swift on repeat, especially Labyrinth for me. Usually the first song I pick is a little more relaxing because what I like to do is just stretch for the duration of those 3 to 4 minutes. I don't have any sort of routine or anything, just whatever stretches feel nice for my body in the moment, whatever is tight or sore or whatever. And then it is time to switch the song because it's time to work the core. 6-pack abs. I personally refuse to exercise in the morning. I have never ever been a morning workout person, and when I have tried to be, it just never flowed. Like I always felt like I was forcing myself to do it. The thing is, we all have different body clocks. So like my body clock tells me to wake up at 6:30. It makes me sleepy at about 10 or 11 at night. And it also tells me to work out in the afternoon or evening, whereas your body clock maybe tells you to wake up at 10 a.m. and then work out first thing to start your day. Amazing! You don't have to do what I do or what anyone else on YouTube does. So for me, instead of a full workout in the morning, I just have these 3 tiny little minutes of exercise that I do just to get my heart rate up, but no more than that. So here's the patented Bliss Bean routine. I do 60 knee to elbow touches, then 12 of whatever you would call this. This looks so weird from this angle. This is a little embarrassing, but 30 hip dips and then 30 bicycle crunches. Okay, a little stretch, a little back crack, and then it's off to the bathroom for phase 2. First, I wash my face with the CeraVe Gentle Cleanser. And now pay attention to this part because I'm basically going to tell you what is like the secret sauce of my morning routine. It's combining that little ab routine with a 30-second cold shower. So if I can just get my heart rate up and then shock my body with cold water in the morning, I am ready to go for the day. So I put on some more music to distract myself from how cold it is, and then I hop in the shower with a 30-second timer and set the water to the coldest setting and try to survive it. Once I'm out, I finish up my skincare. I just do a toner and a CeraVe moisturizer and get dressed. I always get dressed in like comfy home clothes. Even if I have an 8:30 a.m. class, I'll only get dressed after I've eaten breakfast and everything because I just hate wearing outside clothes at home. I feel like I need to be completely comfortable while I'm at home. And also I just don't want to get like oil on myself while I'm cooking breakfast. So this is both for practical reasons and comfort reasons. I've been listening to this jazz in the background playlist on Spotify that makes me feel like I'm sitting in a New York City cafe in autumn. Even though I've never been to New York City in the autumn, this is just what I imagine it would be like. So if anyone lives in New York, please confirm if this is what it's like, but I will just continue with this image in my head. I sit down at my desk and I open up my computer to journal. So I've been using the journaling app Day One for 2 years now, and especially as of late, I've been super consistent with it. So I've been doing one entry every morning and then one in the evening. In the morning, I just use this as an opportunity to brain dump whatever's on my mind, how I'm feeling about the day, what my plans are, maybe what I'm nervous about, or like if I had a weird dream at night. And then I write 2 lists. So I write 3 things that I'm excited about for the day, and then 3 good decisions that I could make that day. So basically like 3 little tiny challenges for myself to make it a better day. Then I look over my to-do list and my calendar for the day to see what the plan is. If you're interested in learning more about my whole calendar time blocking process, that's actually going to be the subject of my next video that's coming out in 2 weeks. So stay tuned for that. It is coming soon to theaters near you. And then I always get the question of what to-do list app do you use? So I will preemptively answer that and tell you that it's called To Do. I've been using this app for like 4 years at this point. It is so simple and minimal. It's literally just a list for each day. You type in your tasks and then you drag and drop to decide when you're gonna do them. And then finally, it is time for the highlight of the routine, which is breakfast. Cooking it is also a highlight for me because I find going through the motions so relaxing and therapeutic. So the first thing I do is I queue up a podcast to listen to because as you've seen from this video so far, I apparently need some form of sound in my ears at all times. So I switch from music to podcasts, and today I'm listening to an episode of Deep Dive with Ali Abdal with the sex and relationships educator Hannah Witten. Yeah, I think I pronounced that right. Witten? Okay. I make the same breakfast every day, so I prepare ahead of time a bowl of chopped bell peppers and red onions. Then I saute that in a teaspoon of olive oil with a pinch of salt and pepper. I add a tablespoon of balsamic vinegar, and then I crack in 2 eggs and scramble that all around. So I hope you enjoyed that little cooking tutorial. I also cut up about 1/4 of an avocado and make my cup of shitty instant coffee with soy milk, which I actually love. I think it tastes amazing. Thank you very much. I do not need, nor do I have the motivation to make like any type of fancier coffee. And also instant coffee just is so quick to make. It is literally instant. Usually I have a few spare moments while I'm cooking, so I just take that opportunity to quickly put away any dishes that have dried and just make sure to keep the kitchen nice and tidy. And then it's time to eat. So by this point, it usually is still dark outside. Obviously, it's not dark in this video because this video took me hours to film, but normally it would still look like nighttime outside. And once I got used to this, I actually started to really like it because it feels so peaceful. There's hardly anyone outside, there's no noise, and that is just my favorite way to start the day because you feel like you're up and awake before the rest of the world, to the point where now if I wake up and it's bright outside, it feels like something is very wrong. Like it feels like the whole world got started with their day and I just like showed up late to the party. After I finished eating, I like to spend anywhere from 10 minutes to half an hour drinking my coffee and working on puzzles. So I started doing this summer and I love it so much because it's relaxing, but it also gets my brain going, but it also doesn't force me to engage with the world, if that makes sense, like social media or the news would. That stuff I save for later in the day, but while it's still morning, I like to do the Wordle, the daily mini crossword, and then the daily New York Times crossword. I usually start my day with some sort of quiet cognitive task because I find that I'm very focused and my mind is most clear in the morning. And so I'll usually do like a reading for class, or I'll write a video script or something else like that. So there you go. These days my morning routine has been taking me about 35 minutes to do, and then maybe 18-ish to cook breakfast, and then 8 to eat it, and then however long I spend on crosswords. So usually a little over an hour to invest at the start of the day that absolutely completely changes how the rest of my day goes. So I hope this gives you some inspiration, especially if you're a college student. Doesn't matter if things are busy right now and you're going through midterms or finals or what have you. I think it is so worth it to take a little bit of time to yourself in the morning because it makes the rest of your day much more calm and smooth and productive. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and I will see you for the next one. Bye!